Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. Today's video, we're going to talk about being too dependent on the system. Now, you guys remember a lot of prepper channels, including myself, saying that we are too dependent on the system. That the system that we're dependent on owns us, right? That a lot of us we couldn't function if the system collapsed. This is why a lot of us became preppers, so we didn't depend on that system. So when that system finally collapsed, we could run on our own for however long we have that food or supply, whatever it is. We're not dependent on that system. A lot of us are free thinkers. We're not dependent on that system. But we all saw, and we are going to see, people who are preppers realize how dependent they are on that system. A lot of us took it in the ass a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, rather, sorry. Took it in the ass a week ago and went on leave without pay. A lot of us who are preppers, which are a few of firefighters and cops that are preppers, were ready for something like this. We didn't want this to happen, but we were ready. We are not dependent on the system. We broke away from that system by making this stance, or taking this stance, rather, sorry. Now, yes, some of you are going to say, well, you could have a pension if you retire, and you could get disability if you get hurt for whatever reason. You're still dependent on the system. No, not dependent on the system. That's a paycheck. That's a paycheck that I'm going to take and put somewhere else. I'm taking my money, investing it as well, part of prepping, so that I don't have to be completely reliant on the system. Now, as of right now, the only system I'm relying on is nothing, because I'm not getting paid. I'm paying the rest of my debt off, and then I'm done. Right now, if we, can't get food for whatever reason, which is not likely, but if we can't get food for whatever reason, we have our preps. Keep in mind, my wife is still working, so she's still getting an income. But that might come to a stop come January 4th. So we are preparing for that. That's going to be a fucking shit show, if you ask me, as far as the United States go. But nonetheless, guys, people are too dependent on the system. Now, there are levels of depending on the system. Those who couldn't take leave without pay are completely dependent on that system. That system is their nipple. For some of us, we're not dependent on the system. We're doing just fine. Now, could we go into the mountains somewhere with our own fucking piece of land and survive without the system? Absolutely. And I'm starting to realize that more and more every day. I just came back from Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival's prepper yard sale, which is awesome, by the way. A lot of shit there was a lot of things there to be bought. There was a lot of things there to be learned. There was a lot of knowledge being spread around as well. It was an awesome weekend. Hanging out with those guys, I realized that everybody that was there was enough to start a community of our own, which I'm going to do a video on that. We can completely separate from the system, but the amount of people we have in this country who are tired of the system, who don't want to rely on the system, we have enough to start our own society. But for everybody else, well, like the Matrix guys, they're dependent on the system and they don't want to break away from it because they're scared. Because the shit got real for us New Yorkers, if you will, or city workers. The shit got real and you had a decision to make. Now, for me, it wasn't more of a financial decision. It was more of I'm going to miss being in a firehouse, right? That was the bigger issue for me. Not money-wise, firehouse, fires, being in the back of a rig, flying to a fucking job. That's what I'm going to miss. Financially, it does hurt, and it's going to hurt. But I'm willing to, that was a no-brainer. Because I know that they're going to hold that over our heads, guys. They're going to hold your finances over your head. They're going to hold your paycheck, your livelihood over your head. And I knew that this was going to come, and this is why I was able to make the decision. It was still a hard decision nonetheless, but still I was able to make that decision because I don't want some asshole telling me, you better do this or you're not going to get that. What am I, a fucking child now? This is how they're treating us like kids, right? Do this or do this, and you can get that. But if you don't do this, you're not getting this. And people go, man, I do need my paychecks and I got to keep my kids fed because they're hiding behind that bullshit. Because guys, listen, again, way bigger than what you think this is. This is not about an injection. Not about that at all. This is about something way bigger and greater than a YouTube channel, than a fucking paycheck, than your wife's Chanel bag. It's way bigger than that. And unfortunately, some of you guys are not going to see that till it's too late. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can follow me on the Angry Truth channel and the Angry Lensman channel as well. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching.